lose my mind in Scrandle.
Primarily because of the election result.
Okay. Starting off strong here.
The real reason is tariffs. The tariffs are coming in. As you know, last night I was with a lot of the greatest leaders in Japan, the biggest business people, and Mr. Toyota was there from Toyota, and he's a
That's a lot of cheese, man. Holy shit. Wait, you can't even see the hot dog. It's all just cheese and onion. What the fuck, man?
invest $10 billion in building auto plants. They're going to build numerous auto plants throughout the United States with American workers, as you know. And it's a tremendous, it'll be one of the biggest investments ever in the auto business.
This is tough.
AI, this is in the auto business. So, and that was because of tariffs. That's why he, the old story, if you build in the United States, you don't have any tariffs. So everyone's
True.
We're up to close to $20 trillion of investment.
Melted cheese is less sickness. Wait. Huh? Sorry. You know that people eat like Parmesan cheese, right? You can eat solid cheese. But that amount of cheese on a hot dog is obscene.
And yesterday, as you saw, we picked up about 500.
I think this would win, but this looks better. But what? Okay, all right.
And we're now going, as you know, to South Korea. And then I'm meeting tomorrow with President Xi.
Mr. President, sir, on the Xi meeting.
That's too much mustard. What the fuck? 2 foot long, 1 pound dog, 1 pound of shredded cheese, 1 pound of chili, and 1 pound of fries. Doom scrolling praise. That's crazy work.
Are you expected or do you anticipate being willing to lower the fentanyl-related tariffs?
Yes, I expect.
Yeah, that looks like a nice light snack.
They're going to help us with the fentanyl situation. They're going to be.
Ugh. I mean, this is hilarious, but this is...
Do you need to see more than just a 1-year delay? Is that sufficient to make other concessions?
I don't know. We haven't talked about the timing yet, but we're going to work out something. We're doing very well with
That's-
rare earth, as you know.
That is an appropriate hot dog. Hot dog, pretzel, and 2 beers? That's for 14 pounds. That's a good deal. You clearly... Actually... Yeah, I don't know about American cheese. But Brits love American cheese more than fucking Americans. I do love fresh mozzarella.
And we're, I think, going to make a big step with fentanyl. The thing with fentanyl...
Kraft
is
singles.
so tight, it's
Yeah, true.
for them. Works very well with them.
I disagree.
The drug by sea,
but-
you know, the boats, we took out 4 of them over the last 2 days. And they're really stopping. They're not coming anymore. They're coming by land, but to a lesser extent. And
That's also a very appropriate hot dog.
it will be necessary, probably, but we'll be
Today, like Wiener Edition? Holy shit.
very few and far between. We took in tremendous amounts of debt. They call them the boats of
Both
death.
solid.
Tremendous amounts of debt coming into our country.
That's
And each
also an acceptable hot dog.
This is exactly right, but it's pretty close. 25,000 people died from each boat that we take out. If it had gotten
Fuck the cheese. That much onion will kill you. Holy. Oh my god. That's wild. Hell nah. That's fucking wild.
25,000 people, not even talking about the destruction it does to families in terms of kids that are
Fuck me.
So,
Macaroni pie.
last 2 days, I guess we took out 4. But there are very few of them. There are very few of them now. That's down, I hear that's down about 80% by water. The drugs by water down, as you know, about 80% down.
That looks like a good chicken tikka naan.
100%.
What?
And we'll be,
Bullshit.
we already are. We're stopping them on land.
People are... Forgot, this is UK people that play this stupid game and they see anything with seasoning and then they start crying.
Sir, what is China?
Shake Shack burger. Unidentified scran.
Simply, we're making our country safe. It's a beautiful thing.
Sir, what is China doing to justify removing fentanyl tariffs?
Well, I think they're going to do things that, you know, they have an industry that has
Well, which kind of Italian cheese? There's a lot of Italian cheeses.
we have to get rid of it. We have to stop it. And now we're stopping it at the border too. Very much like
He got his rebronzer applied. That is too goddamn wet. That is too wet of a brisket roll. Leave the brisket to the Americans.
Drugs coming through the southern border, and now nobody gets through the southern border. We just had another report of a zero. 0 people came. We
Okay, you not showering doesn't count.
are very tough on the border, and we're allowing people into our country, but they're coming in legally through the legal process. And I want to commend, I have to tell you, our border agents, our border patrol agents, they've been amazing. And ICE, these people do such a great job. What they're doing, Memphis is making tremendous progress, as you know, is extremely dangerous.
These both look solid.
Already it's down to less than 50%.
With a pint for cheaper, though. It's gotta go that way.
Have been brought back to their countries and never to come back again.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Hell no.
Just to clarify, so China's going to be working with U.S. law enforcement on fentanyl, or how is that going to work?
China's going to be working with me. They're going to be working with me, and we're going to do something.
By the way, you want to know how many trade deals we have? So remember, the promise was 90 deals in 90 days. It's now been, like, I think 120 days? A little more than that? Way more than that. No, we're coming up almost on our first year. Whatever. 4 deals. 4 deals. Yeah. No trade deals ever happen.
Leave. Look, we have to have the meeting. A meeting tomorrow. That's a big meeting. And fentanyl will be one of the things that we're discussing. Important. We'll be discussing.
We're gonna have the cheapest fent, the best fent.
Fentanyl will be one of the things we're discussing.
I'll take the fucking full hog burger, thank you very much.
I would do that if it was necessary. You know, if it was necessary to do that, but it hasn't been necessary. We're doing a great job without that. It was necessary. As you know, I'm
Okay.
allowed to do that.
Takoyaki's damn good. But I know that's a banana cream pastry topped with that is a lot of fucking food. Yeah, okay, I figured. I'm surprised it was that close. Holy shit.
Who are you with?
The New York Times.
That's very good. Very good. Well, if you write it correctly, I'll give you the answer. But, you know, I want to enact a certain act. I'm allowed to do it routinely, and about 50% of presidents have used.
He wants to invoke the Insurrection Act. Yeah, no. I mean, I like takoyaki. I like octopus, squid, and all that kind of stuff.
That, as you know, and I'd be allowed to do whatever I want.
I'd be allowed to do... That is not what the Insurrection Act says, my friend.
That, as you know, and I'd be allowed to do whatever I want. But we haven't chosen to do that because we're doing very well without it. But I'd be...
Sorry, is there a rebellion, an inability to of the states to enforce the law? Like, no. Even during the Rodney King riots, the police were like, yo, alright, we're gonna need your help. And like yeah, I mean, so Trump wants to invoke the Insurrection Act. He's having his legal team look at it. So that he can put the National Guard and have total control over them.
Allowed to do that, you understand? And the courts wouldn't get involved, nobody would get involved, and I could
Yeah, it's almost like you married 3 of them.
send the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, I could send anybody I wanted, but I haven't done that because we're doing so well without it. Washington, D.C. continues to be amazing, safe, and it's really great. As I said, Memphis, where we are now,
Also, weren't his parents German immigrants?
is doing really well.
Holy fuck the cheese. That amount of beef will kill you.
2-3 weeks, it'll be down to
Does look good though.
almost no crime. Now we're taking a lot of bad people out. We're incarcerating some very bad people, some gangs. You have a lot of bad gangs. We're taking
Bruh.
And we're
Cheesy chips don't count if you don't melt the cheese, man. What the fuck?
We were all set to go last Saturday into San Francisco. We look forward to that. We were
Okay, never mind. That's not much better.
less than a month.
Oh, but 2 herring?
A couple of really great people, very successful, great civic-minded people. They said we'd love to try doing it ourselves, and that's okay. And we worked with the mayor. And we
Ugh.
worked with those people, but we didn't serve.
I might have to go with the pie, honestly.
It's just gonna go a lot
Yeah.
quicker, and it's much more effective. But I want to give them a chance to do it themselves if they can. If they can't do it themselves, we'll solve San Francisco in 3 weeks.
In the Middle East, on the southern border, President Sheinbaum of Mexico said that the tariff truce with the U.S. has been extended for talks. How long are you willing to wait for that?
Well, I like the extension with Mexico because, we're doing very well with that extension. We get a lot of tariffs.
No.
They're paying a lot of money. As you know, a lot of car companies are moving from Mexico back into the United States. They took our
Bro.
car companies a long time ago, 30 years ago, and opened more. We lost about
Fuck, Dan. What the hell is going on in Czechia?
57% of our automobile manufacturing over the decades. And it's all coming back because of tariffs. It's all coming back. And the tariffs are really national security as much as anything else. It's national security in many ways, but one of the ways that it's national security is we're building up great wealth because of tariffs. And that, you need wealth to be secure.
That's an appropriate hot dog, but this looks way better.
National sense, also national security, very important. But we're bringing back
Yeah,
our
no.
auto plants that deserted us 20 and 30 years ago. They're all coming back. Last night, I met with Mr.
Ooh.
Toyota.
Look how well the bun is crisped. Oh, but if this thing's cooked right, that's gonna be so good. I don't know. I don't know what the people would say.
And we had an amazing meeting. I said, "What's your name?" Toyota. I said, "You're rich." And he's going to invest, think of this,
Fair enough.
$10 billion in the United States to build manufacturing plants.
Not even
They'll build
close.
cars with American workers, largely. They have the right to send some experts. But they're going to be building cars in the United States. So we're getting all of our manufacturing back in the car business. And AI, we're leading China, we're leading the world in AI.
Bro,
Their rapid approvals on energy. I've allowed them to produce their own energy for each plant. So that rather than
What the fuck is going on in Knotts County?
somewhat weak grid, the electric grid, they build their own energy, and then if they have excess energy, they sell it back into the grid. So it's great. It's really worked out well. It's allowing them to build rapidly, and they're building.
Bro, this looks like the meat of an inbred child here. Yeah, I mean, we are all hypocrites, and it's no secret that he doesn't give a fuck about. I'm presuming you're talking about the Palestinians. He doesn't give a shit about them. His peace plan is like, well, maybe, possibly, maybe. If you give up literally everything, well, maybe, possibly consider the thought of maybe having you guys have a pathway to maybe having a state.
Sir, could we get your reaction to Israel striking in Gaza again?
Also, they're allowed to violate our ceasefire as many times as they want.
As I understand it,
Ooh, it's a nice char on the sausage there.
Israeli
A
soldiers,
nice right hang.
I just heard about it a little while ago. They killed an Israeli soldier, so the Israelis hit back, and they should hit back. When that happens, they should hit back.
Do you think does that worry you about the ceasefire? Does that jeopardize the
No,
ceasefire in any way?
nothing's going to jeopardize. You have to understand, Hamas is a very small part of peace in the Middle East, and they have to behave.
That's a pretty dookie Wellington.
But they said they would be good, and if they're good, they're going to be happy, and if they're not good, they're going to
Yeah,
be
fuck you. That's anti-USA bias. We all know it was an atrocious
And we have many
Wellington.
countries that are willing to do that. You know, we have many countries, even Japan today, said we'd love to be involved in the Middle East and we can help you by sending anybody, by sending
Why?
people, including experts. But we have many countries that would do that, not just Israel. No, that's a very
Ooh.
small piece. Hamas is a small thing, but they kill people. They grew up killing people.
Hawk burger? I'll take two a hawk burger. I'll take a hawk burger. Oh, I'll take a hawk
They say it was
Tua.
and there was retribution for that, and I think they have a right to do it.
Yeah, no, yeah. Hey, that's why you gotta vote for Kamala Harris. People are. I don't understand the mindset of, nah, I'm not gonna vote for Kamala Harris because she's not good enough on Israel Palestine. Meanwhile, Trump's like, yeah, I'm gonna rubber stamp everything Netanyahu wants to do. It's like, well, I think you can say they're both bad, but can we acknowledge that one's a lot worse? Yes or no? But a lot of people said, nope, that's the same. Ooh, the turtle burger? I'll take it.
They really, in my opinion, based on the experts that dealt with them,
Poop on cheese or honey sriracha burger?
some people,
I'll take the honey sriracha.
not like it was, by the way, but some people,
Nope, it's a turtle. What do you think footballs were originally made out of? Really, this liberal. Rocks burger. Pig. Nope. They're made out of turtle shells. Fun fact. I love lying. What the fuck is going on here? That looks like the driest fucking piece of shit ever. Bullshit.
we don't want that.
Will Hamas decommission its weapons? That's a key part of the next.
Yeah, we're looking at that right now. That's starting.
Big burger. I'm taking big burger. Bullshit again.
Hamas is a very small part of the overall Middle East peace. We have peace in the Middle East. If we have to, we'll take out Hamas very easily, and that'll be the end of Hamas. We would rather not. We made a deal with them where they were going to behave, and they have to behave. If they don't behave, they get taken out. And it could be from numerous countries. It could be from Israel, but it could also be from other countries.
He could say it doesn't matter. Yeah, no one holds him accountable. Yeah, it's total bullshit.
Numerous countries have already called me that are parties to the deal and said, we'd love to do it if you want us to do it. And these are powerful countries. These are not countries.
It's just too damn wet. Bullshit.
What did he say?
The missiles, the North Korean missiles.
I've become black-billed on international law. What the fuck does the UN or ICJ or whatever do? It's like nothing they pass is binding. It feels relatively impotent.
Oh, I don't know. He's been launching missiles for decades.
With a
There's another
motherfucker.
missile that was launched. I always had a very good relationship with them.
Okay.
point, I look forward to meeting up again. We had a
Yeah.
good relationship. I mean, more than a relationship. We had a really good understanding of each other.
Okay, they feel bad for me. They're giving me easy ones now.
At some point, we'll be involved with North Korea.
Does that mean sir no meeting with Kim Jong-un this trip?
I don't know. The people, I think they'd like to, and I'd like to, but I also want to focus on China. I mean, our focus is now on tomorrow with China, and I want to make that the focus. But we'll come back and we'll, at some point in the not too distant future, meet with North Korea.
How much do you expect?
42 pounds? No thanks.
I don't know that we'll even speak about Taiwan. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I know. I know they don't
Are you
There's
anticipating?
not that much to ask.
do nothing, but they just feel right now like
But the beautiful part about Taiwan, frankly, and they understand
people responded to their pressure and they no longer do.
United States. If you look at the number one chip maker in the
Bullshit.
world, building a massive factory in Arizona, the biggest in the world actually for making chips. If you look
Bro, I'm
at,
getting worse at this
NVIDIA,
game.
NVIDIA's doing unbelievable. We're bringing a lot of the Taiwan business back to the United States. I think within 2 years, I think we'll have 40 to 50% of the chip market. But that's happening, and I don't know, it's happening because of the tariffs. It's also happening because of the fact that probably maybe they're a little bit concerned about things. Who knows?
We already did all the groundwork to get these companies to start their move over here with the CHIPS Act. Then Trump comes in, does his bullshit, and then claims that that's the reason. It's such hog shit.
But they are, tremendous, I don't know if you're recording it, but massive numbers of, and percentages of the chip business is coming back right now as we speak. They're building plants in Arizona, Texas, and other places.
On chips, sir, have you agreed or will you agree with Xi potentially to allow the licensing for exports of NVIDIA and Blackwell?
So we'll be speaking about Blackwell, we'll be speaking about Blackwell's the super duper chip. Blackwell's amazing. NVIDIA makes it. The Jensen is an amazing, brilliant man. And it's probably 10 years ahead of any other chip. And unlike a lot of other
Are you copy and pasting this?
it's mostly you can copy and you can do things you really can't in the chip business for whatever reason. That doesn't work.
Well,
Blackwell
they
Jensen,
want the arrest to like have him put on trial for the charges. They don't necessarily. It's not an arrest warrant's not a conviction.
came out. Jensen presented me with the first Blackwell chip 3 days ago in the Oval Office.
Take a free cake over whatever the
Amazing
fuck
thing
that
they've
is.
done, but we're, that's our country. We're about 10 years ahead of anybody else in chips, in the highly sophisticated chips. I think we may be talking about that with President Xi.
China's actually discouraged sale of purchases of the chips. Is that because of it?
Oh.
Well, China actually terminated the relationship with NVIDIA. That was a big thing, but in the meantime, NVIDIA hit a brand new high. As did, the stock market yesterday hit.
I know this would taste better, but this is more colorful.
All of the markets, I mean, every one of our markets, we're doing
God damn.
great. The country is doing great. We have the shutdown caused by the Democrats, and at some point they'll get, they'll come back. I think they're getting just killed right now, but.
We're still waiting. I keep checking every morning before a stream. I check to see if the shutdown is there's new polling on it, and there's not. So not since last week, at least. So it's kind of tough to say who's being blamed and who's not. Yeah, I mean, the foundation is. I don't want to do. I'm not doing an entire Israel-Palestine stream. Sorry, that's like everything, every single stream. If chat controls it, always devolves to IP, which it's like there's enough people talking. No, you're good. It just, it's like, Palestine. yeah, I don't know.
All they have to do
Another
is say,
time.
Let's get back to business and we're back. There's nothing to sign. There's nothing to negotiate.
Sir,
Hurricane Melissa,
Yeah.
have you been following that? The
Well, I
Jamaican
have.
government?
Philistine,
Numbers like that. I said a little while ago,
right?
195 wind. I've never seen
And
that.
I was watching a Lonerbox stream, and he was debating this girl that kept calling it like, just like a Westerner was like Haza, which is like, yeah, I went and listened to like the Gazan accent, and it's kind of like that. It's like Haza, but she leaned so much into it, where it was like, okay, at what point is this performative? Like,
I guess it can get that high, but I've never seen it. And it's literally just, knocking down everything in front of you.
Hawkburger.
It's a stage 5, I guess. And you don't see stage 5. You don't see 5s forever. You see 4s and
Yeah, it's not that. It's, I don't know. There's something Western leftists do of like they never pronounce Germany as Deutschland or anything like that. Or Mexico. They wouldn't say that, but they will say Philistine and Gaza and Iraq. And all that. It's like, you're not from there either. Like, the fuck are you doing? They near call Finland Suomi. I don't know. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden you're not calling China Zhonghua. Why is it only the Middle East? Yeah. It's like after Greece, then it's Turkey. Then it gets more and more like Turkey, Iraq, Iran. I don't know how you switch up Syria and Lebanon, but Philistine. It's like, I get what you're going for, but if you're gonna do that, you gotta do it for everywhere. It can't just be the ultra westernized pronunciations of every country except for like a handful of the Middle East, then you go back to ultra westernized. Yeah, I don't know. There's something goofy about it. If I met someone who was like, yeah, Deutschland, Mexico, or whatever, and they applied that universally, I'd have nothing to say. How crazy is really how the tone of voice changes based on language? I sound like a man in his 50s when I speak English. I mean, different accents are kind of tuned to different manners of speaking, so when you switch languages, like when I speak Mandarin, my voice goes up like 3 octaves. It's just not something I'm familiar with, and also I have to speak it slower than I would English.
This is a 5 early on, meaning it gets worse. So it's done a tremendous job. You mean on Jamaica?
I'm taking the fucking rib man.
We have, on a humanitarian basis, we have, so we're watching it closely and we're prepared to move. But, it's doing tremendous damages as we speak.
All right, make or break.
sir, can I ask
What?
What's the AI problem?
That's what someone would say, that some investments,
There's no
investors are
problem.
overreacting.
Everybody wants AI because it's the new internet, it's the new everything. It's one of the biggest things anyone's ever seen. So,
It was 50 cents. Where are you from, if you don't mind my asking?
everyone wants it. Yeah, I mean, the only problem is if you don't
Surely.
In order to get it, you have to be
Fuck
able to
this
produce
game.
tremendous amounts of electricity. And we're allowing them to produce and make their own electricity. This way, they don't
Gotcha.
have to rely on government. And by the way, they're making electric plants that are so sophisticated and so incredible, so much beyond that companies that make and service electricity, you know, the Con Edison, all the different companies that do that and do it well, but they've never seen anything like what's happening. It's almost a revolution in the making of electricity, at the level of sophistication.
Sir, Speaker Johnson says that he
Yeah, American English is the base level English. Then everything else is an accent. True. Northeasterner English, that's true English. The Brits have an accent, the Aussies have an accent, the Scots have an accent. Except the Americans, we speak. Northeastern Americans speak English the correct way. Nigerian English is the true English. I'm not doing a Nigerian accent. You're welcome to hop on VC and do your best impression. Actually, don't do that.
to amend the Constitution to allow you to serve a third term. Is that an accurate representation of the
I don't
conversation you had?
know. I don't want to even talk about that because, you know, the sad thing is I have my highest numbers that I've ever had.
43% approval.
As I said, I ended 8 wars and
Also, his approval on prices in the economy, which are Americans' 2 top-rated issues, are like under 30%. Or like just at 30%. It's horrible. People, the second he got into office, people kind of stopped caring about immigration. You don't understand a single word of what they say. Now, laddie, something like that. I don't know.
we have the greatest economy.
Where's that Glaswegian guy?
And by the way, energy prices are way down. Everything's way down. Beef is a little bit high. We're going to get beef down too. But prices are down and the economy's up. The only thing that's not down is the stock prices. And 401ks are through the roof. Everyone's 401ks hitting records. So we have the greatest economy we've ever had. I have my highest poll numbers.
You never heard a real Scottish accent, laddie.
Nancy says you're trolling when you talk about a third term. Are you trolling or are you serious?
I don't think he said that. I don't think he used that term, but very interesting thing. I have the
There's a video I want to find. Hang on. I'm sure you know the video.
The Scottish accent is famous for being difficult to understand, but the Glaswegian
Gooning cave,
accent can
gooning
be
voice.
even more difficult. There are words and phrases in Glasgow that sound a bit like a foreign language even, so I'm on a mission to find
Your stick ain't even touching the ground, man!
some people to help me translate. Okay, so I love the
That's
Glaswegian
such a
accent,
good video.
and I was wondering if you could teach me some local phrases.
Well, it's very hard to bring them to mind. This is the thing. It's all right when your eyes are not going and happy as eyes. You understand?
You understand? You understand? Hell no. Your stick is it? Oh, it knew. It knew.
Your stick's not even touching the ground, man!
Your stick's not even touching the ground, man. It is the same language, but it's barely. Oh my god, did you see AOC's tweet? Sorry, this is the Northern Line. Did you see this tweet segment?
many years.
Holy, what?
And I would say that if you read it, it's pretty clear. I'm not allowed to run stupid. But we have a lot of great people.
Stamps will stop being sent out on Saturday. The Department of Agriculture.
So, Riley Gaines, 5th place college championship swimmer, tied with Leah Thomas, a trans woman, posted, "We're being destroyed from within" with AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Zoran Mamdani. All right. And then AOC says, "Maybe if you channeled all this anger into swimming faster, you wouldn't have come into fifth." Holy fucking based. Did you call someone a cunt? I would imagine that's probably what it was. She was invited to the 2016 Olympic trials event but failed to qualify after placing 85th. God damn. Yeah. I don't even know what that means, so I won't repeat it, but...
Says they cannot have a contingency funding to fund that. Is your administration food stamps, SNAP benefits? Is your administration...
Well, we're going to get it done. The Democrats have caused the problem. Of course, all they have to do is sign. And, you know, if they sign, I'll meet.
Where the fuck is Chuck Schumer? I'm, like, not in he needs to sign this shit, because he should not. He needs to be in front of the American people being like, this is bullshit, we're not signing it. This is why we're not signing it. Needs to stay on the thing. Because right now, Mike Johnson is the only person in front of the American people talking constantly about this shit.
They're all saying, well, they actually said Trump is doing an amazing job.
I'm sure they did.
We're bringing back trillions of dollars, so it's hard. But they do want to meet with me when I get back. But I say, get the economy open, and we'll meet. I'll meet, and we'll solve any difficulties. We have to fix healthcare because Obamacare is a disaster. I mean, when you see the increases in Obamacare, it never worked, it never will work, and we can do something with the Democrats much better than Obamacare. Less money and better healthcare. And that's something I think that can come out of this with the Democrats.
Also, when pressed, so do you guys have a plan? You guys want to repeal the ACA and Medicare or Medicaid? Do you have a plan to replace it? Well, we're actually working very hard on that. We have people thinking about that very question as we speak, ma'am. It's like, okay, but you realize in between you guys doing that and repealing this, there's going to be like years of no fucking healthcare. I feel like that point needs to be stressed to people. It's like, hey, even if you don't think Obamacare is great, first of all, is Obamacare better than nothing? The two-party myth is, as someone in America who used to complain about the two-party system, I don't think the two-party system's the inherent problem. Because within each of these parties, you have, like, 4 major factions, and you have 2 centrist factions. So, we do have, like, coalitions. Just the coalitions that team up are kind of predetermined. So, like, within the Democrats, you've got your socialist Dems, centrist Dems, liberals, and your, like, far, far left. Although they don't really fall into the Dems. Those are just the factions on the right. Generally, within the Democrats, it's social Democrats, liberals, and centrist Dems. Within the right, you have the alt-right, Nick Fuentes types. You've got populists like MAGA. You've got the evangelists, and you've got your neoconservatives. So, within each of the parties, those factions all fight out, hash out who they're going to put up in the general, and then in the general, those fight it out. So we get pretty decently represented all the way through. I don't think the two-party system's necessarily that bad.
Work with the Democrats, because right now the insurance companies are making too much money, and they're making a fortune. And the healthcare, Obamacare is...
And if you were to have more parties, they would have to, like, cleanly split the other two.
...is poor, and the premiums are ridiculous. Now, it's going up a lot. I don't want to say the number. The number is very substantial. But when you hear the number, and it's Obamacare, it never worked, it never will work, it'll never be good. And I think it's a great time for the Republicans and Democrats to get together and make something that will work. I
would say Biden got our inflation first stable and then started bringing it down, brought unemployment down, got spending going on infrastructure, got spending going on chips, got the American people back to work. Of all the people to like strawman as a do-nothing president because he was Sleepy Joe, right? He actually did quite a bit. He just wasn't very braggadocious and loud about it. Obama got the first major piece of healthcare in, like, since the 70s passed. Like, the politicians do, at least the Democrats, actually do advance legislation and do things for the American people. I'm not as black-pilled as everyone on this. Like, the president and the parties in power do stuff. And when it's Democrats, they do good stuff. More so. Not everything. But among, like, developed nations, America was the fastest to recover its economy post-COVID. Thanks to Joseph Robinette Biden. So it's not like the presidents are all just lame ducks.
And let the insurance companies make money. They're entitled to that, but not the kind of money that they're making.
Would you bring Democrats in to have that discussion
Yeah, we
now?
do that, sure.
But now, sir?
I'd say open up the government and we'll work it out. I think a lot of good things can happen from it. Well, listen, thank you very much. We have 2 big days. This is a big day.
Yeah, I mean, when doing the calculation for ending Obamacare, you first have to examine, is the country better off right now with Obamacare or zero Obamacare? I think most people would say, okay, we might not like Obamacare, but it's better than nothing. So that's step one for the repeal part. For the replace part, is your new proposed system going to be a better system than Obamacare? How do you quantify that? Is it people insured? Is it average cost? Is it percentage of care used? That's a tough one, and I'm sure smarter people than I have come up with a pretty decent way to qualify or quantify quality of health coverage. So, my long point short, just because something doesn't appear to be fixing everything doesn't mean that repealing it is necessarily good, and replacing it isn't necessarily good unless you can do a provably better replacement. And asking us to just repeal it with no plan in place that's been like agreed upon is ridiculous. Because whatever your gripes are with Obamacare, it is better than nothing. Like, there are 24 million people insured when we have Obamacare versus when we don't. All right? So repealing it, you're telling 24 million people, like, I don't know, roughly 7 or 8% of the population. No, a little less than that. Like 7%? 7. Yeah, I mean, the rise of the populist movement has been injecting new blood. That is true. I think a lot of these older politicians are kind of reaching the end of their cycles. So we're going to see a large replacement and shift in politicians. I know Schumer's probably on his way out. I mean, Mamdani, this like 30-something kid, essentially, is going to be mayor of New York. Like, the young blood is coming in. At least to the Democrats.
And we're going to be speaking in APAC, and a lot of countries in there. They're all investing in the U.S. We're the hottest we've ever been. We're the hottest country in the world, and they're all investing, so we're doing that.
What do you think? Does Saudi Arabia view the U.S. as the hottest country? Because I got to imagine it's pretty toasty there.
Most interesting, and I think we're going to have a great meeting with President Xi of China, and a lot of problems are going to be solved.
Optimistic.
I'm very optimistic. I am. And I know a little bit about what's going on because, we have been talking to them, not just walking into a meeting call, but the relationship with China is very good. So I think we're going to have a very good outcome for our country and for the world, actually. I think it's important for the world.
You copy and pasted the same message, brother.
We're involved with rare earth all over the place now, and it's some amazing things are happening.
Do you think China
I don't know,
She's a
man.
wonderful woman. She's very sharp, very smart, very energetic. And you see it. The pictures don't lie. The pictures are amazing. I saw some of the pictures this morning, and they're amazing. But I think she's a terrific